Get your travel facts here.
Autentica Cuba. Interesting facts about Cuba.
Today we are visiting the island nation of Cuba.
Cuba's literacy rate is 99.8%, one of the highest in the world.
There are two countries where Coca-Cola cannot be bought, at least not officially. North Korea and Cuba, which are both under US trade embargoes. In Cuba since 1962. Viewed from the air, the island of Cuba looks like a crocodile. It is also referred to in Spanish as El Crocodilo, or El Caima.
In Cuba, there is a dual monetary system, the Cuban peso, CUP, and the convertible peso, CUC. The national currency is the Cuban peso. Cubans could not own cell phones until 2008. The ban was lifted by President Raul Castro's government. Cuba is roughly the size of the U.S. states of Tennessee or Virginia, in total area. The United States pays Cuba $4,085 a year to lease the Guantánamo Bay Naval Base in Cuba. However, Cuba has not accepted payment since 1959. Cuban cigars are known as the finest in the world, handcrafted with homegrown tobacco. Sugar made from sugar cane is their major agricultural crop.
Cuba is the largest of all the islands in the Caribbean. There are as many as 4,000 in the region, which are smaller than Cuba. The national game of Cuba is the game of dominoes.
The highest doctor-to-patient ratio in the world is in Cuba. This is due to the fact most Cuban doctors are sent to countries where medical aid is needed. Bacardi rum was originally made in Cuba. Production moved to Puerto Rico after Fidel Castro overtook Cuba.
The famous writer Ernest Hemingway wrote, "The Old Man and the Sea," and "For Whom the Bell Tolls," while he lived in Cuba.
Americans can bring home $100 worth of cigars and rum when returning home from visiting Cuba. Recipes in Cuba are not typically written down. Their recipes are passed down from generation to generation.
In Cuba they burn dolls on New Year's Eve to symbolize forgetting bad times and look forward to a fresh start with the new year as a tradition. Cohiba cigars were smoked by Fidel Castro. The CIA allegedly attempted to assassinate Castro by sending him a box of poisoned Cohiba cigars.
Miguel Diaz-Canel Bermudez became the president of Cuba on April 18, 2018, after the stepping down of the previous president Raul Castro. Cuba has 9 UNESCO World Heritage properties, 2 are natural while 7 of these are cultural.
The gross national income per capita of Cuba is $5,539, yet Cubans take home net $20 per month. Government vehicles are obliged by law to pick up hitchhikers in Cuba.
You can drink alcohol on the streets in Cuba. There is no law that forbids drinking alcohol in public, just like in Las Vegas and Brazil.
According to Numbio's crime index, Cuba is the safest country in America, with almost no violent crime. For solo female travelers, it makes it a favorite destination.
Education is free and compulsory. All children are required to go to school until they finish basic secondary education. Life expectancy for men is higher in Cuba than men in the United States. Life expectancy of Cuban men is 76.8 years of age.
Cubans have 90% of homes under their ownership, which makes it the 5th highest in the world after Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, and Singapore. In Cuba they celebrate New Year with a bucket of water. This interesting tradition takes place on New Year's Eve.
Cubans take buckets of dirty water and empty them out onto the street, signifying that they are throwing out all the bad stuff that happened during the previous year. Catholicism is the most popular religion in Cuba. The second most popular is Santeria, which is an African diasporic religion born in the 19th century.
Son Cubano is the most popular music genre in Cuba. It contains Spanish and African musical influences.
Vintage cars are a symbol of Cuba. Driving through the city in a rented classic old car, it's one of the most popular things you can do in Cuba.
Thank you for watching. If there is anything else you would like to know about the destination, please let me know in the comments and I will try to include in the next video.
Subscribe, notifications, like, comment, share.
See you next time.